saying this camera, it's just like that. So you mightn't get many on here tonight because that's okay. That's okay. It's perfect. Yeah, because I've done the last. Right. Okay. You've done a press live there. Hi guys, it's if you guys are watching me on YouTube, all the best. Hope you're good. So open. Yeah. Hi guys, so if you're watching on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, guys, big hello. Okay, I'm just going on four different cameras here today, guys. Now, the topic of tonight's session is how to become a professional goalkeeper. So it's one of the most common asked questions have been asked many times over the years. So I'm just going to let everyone on Zoom know, guys, and I'll start this chat. Bear with us. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to admit all. Okay, guys. So again, a big hello to you on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Here, guys. Hope you're fitting well. So, guys, if you can hear me on Zoom, if you can put your thumb up, that'll be fantastic, please. Also, as well, hang on, so make sure everyone's on mute. So you'll automatically come on mute, guys, if you're on Zoom. Reason being, again, if you've been on my Zoom chats before, sometimes I say I'm not the best with Zoom. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I leave the obviously unmuted, and the problem with unmuted, guys, you get to hear what everything is going on in the background, obviously what you're having for tea, etc. So if you're watching here on Zoom, can I have a thumbs up again? Sorry, please, just to make sure that can you all hear me? Okay, yeah. Fantastic, brilliant. Okay, so I've got my lovely wife Paula and Mackenzie. They're manning Facebook and YouTube, and my daughter's doing Instagram. So if you can, just while we're getting going, guys, if you can just let me know what part of the world you're from, that'll be much appreciated. So I'm just letting more people into Zoom here. As I say, guys, so if you're on YouTube, again, ask your questions on YouTube. I'll be answering the questions here on YouTube. And again, fire away with any questions that you've got, guys, on Instagram or Facebook. And there we are on Zoom. I recognise some familiar faces there. Hi, Rohan. Good to see you again. Who else is there? Put your hands up if you've been on a Zoom chat before with me. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, Samuel? Yeah. Okay, Gemma? Okay, Gabor? Okay, George? Luke? As well. So if I don't say, hi, Sienna. I've got Alexia as well. So just want to tell me, obviously, where you guys are from. So in a moment, we're going to get going with this live Zoom chat, guys. Okay, and it's all on probably the most common question that I've been asked in 20 plus years running Just the Keepers is how do I become a professional goalkeeper? Or if you're at a certain age, you might maybe over, in your early 20s, how can you play the highest levels possible? So that's what we're going to be speaking about here today. Also, as well, I'm going to make sure as well, guys, make sure that you get my free copy of my ebook, How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper. Okay, so everyone, on whether you're on social media, YouTube here, on Zoom, you'll get a free copy of my ebook on how to become a professional goalkeeper, and that's sort of my story, how I become a professional goalkeeper, guys. And when you're, hopefully, if you get the book and you read it, guys, you'll see that I definitely never had any natural talent. I really had to work really hard to achieve my dreams to become a professional goalkeeper. So again, just let us know where you are on Instagram, what part of the world, please, guys. What part of the world on Facebook, and also what part of the world on YouTube. So we've got Dan from Ireland. Hi, Dan. We've got Jensen from Bradford. Hi, Jensen. Joe from Hereford. And over here on Zoom, we've got Mark Hayden from Derbyshire. Vic Green from Liverpool. Another Scouser. Hey, good to see another Scouser. Everyone, watch your wallets. The Scousers we're about. James from Edinburgh. Who else? Okay, it's flying time. We've got Gaber from Harrogate. Okay, wow, we got Sammy, we got Jamal from Dubai, Harry from the Wirral, Gabriel from Norwich, Ethan from Halifax. I'm just going down. We got Josh from Scotland. Hi, Josh. CJ from Derby, Sam from Derby, George from London, Sam from Ipswich. Okay, wow, we've got I can't pronounce your name, but Penang from Malaysia. Penang, I hope I pronounced your name right there, Penang, okay? Sounds like you're playing table tennis, okay? So I hope I pronounced your name right there, Penang. Okay, we've got South Africa, okay? Fantastic. We've got Maxim from South Africa. We've got Cillian, again, from Northern Ireland. Hi, Cillian. James from Sheffield. Reggie from Lancashire. Gemma from Chelmsford. We've got Teesside, Wales, okay? We've got the Welsh in as well. Jay from Denmark. Billy from Cork. Honolulu, fantastic, okay? We've got Anton from Honolulu. Anton, if I had a grass skirt, I would do my hula hula dance for you. I'd probably, everyone would probably run a mile if we did that. I'd probably knock my table flying. Okay, fantastic. Okay, guys, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so tonight's session, as I say, guys, is all about how to become a professional goalkeeper. And again, we've got, as I say, we've got the social media here. I've got 2 laptops, so if you see me turning my head left and right, I'm not watching the tennis match, guys, okay? Yeah, I'm just trying to interact with everyone as much as I can. And again, so tonight's session, I'll try to be quick. Like last week we did, I said that I'd only be an hour, and it went on for 2 hours and 10 minutes. In fact, it went on that long. The phone died on Facebook and I think on Instagram as well. But to be honest with you guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly through the first 30 minutes and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask your questions, okay? So tonight's session is about me trying to help as many as you guys can to ask your burning question, okay? Because as I say, guys, I mean, I've been playing in goal since I was 8. I was professional for 10 years, and I've been running Just for Keepers for over 20 years now. Now, I know most of you will hopefully know me, guys, okay, yeah? I say my name's Ray Newland. I'm the founder of Just for Keepers. For you guys that don't know me, just very 30 seconds about J4K, guys, because I'm not going to go on because I know most people will know Just for Keepers. But basically, as I say, guys, Just for Keepers started in 1999 when I got injured as a professional goalkeeper. Actually, going back to when I was a youngster, obviously, look, some of you are obviously looking at some of the whippersnappers on here. When I was a youngster, my dream was to become a professional goalkeeper. As I say, from the age of 8, I played in goal. And basically, from the age of 8 until I become professional, which was 18, there was nowhere to get specialised professional goalkeeping coaching, guys. You had to go cap in hand to the local academies, which was, for me, like Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was actually never good enough to get into an academy. I actually never played for an academy until I was 17 years of age, believe it or not, which I'll go on to in a moment. And if you get my free ebook, How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper, that will explain, obviously, what I went through to achieve my dream. So for you guys who, let's see a show of hands, how many of you guys are desperate to be at an academy, but you're not there yet? So let's see a show of hands, okay, yeah? Okay, obviously can't see it on Facebook, so let's have some waves, or let's have some thumbs up on Instagram or Facebook. So I'll ask the question again, okay, yeah? So how many of you, okay, would love to basically play for your local professional academy? Let's see a show of hands, okay, yeah? Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. Now listen, obviously it's advantageous to play for a professional soccer academy, guys, or professional football club, okay? But as you'll find out as I go through this, okay, again, especially my story and the thousands of goalkeepers that we've helped to achieve their dreams, okay, it's not necessarily the case, okay, yeah? As I say, it's obviously it's advantageous to get to a professional academy, but it's not. Okay, I promise you guys, it's not the be all or end all. Okay, and also again, when I'm doing this this chat here, guys, okay, yeah, I'm aware that I'm speaking to goalkeepers, I'm speaking to parents. Obviously, that's my passion, guys. Okay, my passion is to help parents of goalkeepers, to help. Obviously, so if I can help parents to help their goalkeepers to achieve their dreams, that's what I absolutely love doing. So I'm going to be speaking I'm going to be speaking to young goalkeepers, obviously who are under 18. Older goalkeepers who are over 18, and parents of goalkeepers as well. So each time I say something, guys, I might say it slightly different because the first point I might be trying to get across to a younger, like maybe a goalkeeper under 18. Then I'm trying to say the same thing, but to give help and advice to a parent. So that makes sense. And then the same help and advice will be done in a different way for goalkeepers who are over 18 because it's slightly different information, okay, yeah. So as I say, guys, very quickly, hopefully most of you would have heard of Just for Keepers before. I did go to explain who we were before, and I went off on tangent because my hobby's talking, guys, like most goalkeepers, okay, yeah. But basically, as I say, Just for Keepers started in 1999 because, as I say, as a young goalkeeper myself, there was nowhere for me to get professional, specialised goalkeeping coaching. We had to go cap in hand to the local professional football clubs to get specialised goalkeeping coaching. And even actually back then, there wasn't really any professional, there wasn't any sort of goalkeeping sessions as such. Anyway, to be honest with you, because I'm going back a very long time, guys, okay? I say I was 8 years of age, so I'm going back, what, about 10 or 15 years ago, maybe? Okay, maybe a bit longer, guys, maybe a bit long, okay, yeah. Anyway, fast forward, guys, I achieved my dream to become a professional goalkeeper when I was 18 years of age, and I was professional for 10 years. But I got injured when I was about 28, 29 years of age, and that's when I started Just for Keepers, because even though that I was professional for 10 years, I realised that even 10 years on me being a professional goalkeeper, at the time, there was still basically nowhere for children to get specialised goalkeeping coaching. They still had to go cap in hand to the local professional football clubs, and that's how Just for Keepers started, which was in 1999. As I say, sort of Just for Keepers, we were the first to bring specialised goalkeeping training to basically young goalkeepers, so they can go and get specialised training, and they didn't have to go to their local football club. Anyway, fast forward 22 years, guys. Okay, yeah, it's 22 years now. Just for Keepers are still going strong. We've had well over 100,000 goalkeepers have come through our classes over the years. At our peak, we were in 36 countries. I've travelled to probably 8 or 9 countries. I think I've coached in 21 states in the United States. It's all over England. So I've seen a lot of talent, guys, okay, yeah, and I'm very proud, obviously, with the help of, obviously, the fellow J4K coaches. We've had thousands of goalkeepers to achieve their dreams, guys, okay, something I'm proud of. That's what Just for Keepers is, J4K, if you've not heard of us. So without doubt, guys, the most common asked question that I get asked is, Ray, how do I become a professional goalkeeper? Or a parent might ask, Ray, how do I help my goalkeeping child become a professional goalkeeper? Or goalkeepers who might have missed their opportunity to become a professional goalkeeper. You might be 20, 21, 22. Again, the question that I get asked by you guys is, how can I play at the highest level possible and still get paid? Okay, now, there's loads of different ways I can go around this, guys, okay, but I'm going to try and keep this bullet points. I'm going to try and keep it very, very briefly today. I'm going to speak for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask your questions, okay, guys, okay? But the first thing I want to be saying, guys, okay, also as well, a lot of the things that I'm going to say to you, you might go, that's a bit obvious, Ray. But as I'm saying it to you guys, okay, it's very important, okay? Even if I say something to you and you might think, yeah, it's only obvious that, Ray, ask yourself and be honest with yourselves. Are you doing what I say, okay? Or what I advise, guys, okay? Because that's normally the case, okay? There's so many people. Sorry, guys, just want to say we've got Scott Foy. Hi, Scott Foy. Scott Foy, guys, runs J4K Nottingham and Derbyshire. Great to have you on board, Scott. So again, guys, obviously we've got Scott here. I don't know if you've got any other J4K coaches or any other goalkeeping coaches who are not involved in J4K. Again, if you want to help out when we come to the questions and answers, please feel free to help out, guys. It'd be much appreciated. So, as I say, guys, so even though some of the stuff that I'm going to be saying is really obvious, okay, you might think, come on, Ray, ask yourself the question, guys. You've got to just be honest with yourselves and think, actually, am I actually doing what Ray's saying? And you'll find that some of you might not be doing it, or you might only be doing it slightly, okay, yeah. So the first thing, as I say, guys, I want everyone to think about here as well. Actually, I'm going to ask you a question here, guys. I want to be as interactive as we can. Again, show of hands, guys. Show of hands, okay, yeah. How many of you are so, you're so, probably uptight is the word. You're so uptight to be a professional goalkeeper or to achieve your dreams that sometimes you don't enjoy it because you're just that uptight. Because you want so much to be a professional, or you want to be at an academy. How many of you are when you wake up in the morning, you're like, that's your mum and dad, good morning. Okay, show of hands, please, yeah. Yeah, and then when you're in school or when you're walking about the day, you're just like, yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm great. Okay, yeah, well, guys, okay, you've got to stop that. Okay, I listen, and again, that's what I was like. Okay, because these no ways of feeling wanting to achieve your dreams, and it's just not happening fast enough. And again, guys, show of hands here, and again, don't be embarrassed to say this. How many of you have got a goalkeeping friend, or maybe someone that you know, they could go to your school or they could live in your area, and they're playing for a local academy, or they could be or let's say that you're 21, 23 years of age, or they could be a goalkeeper that you know that's playing at a higher level than you, but you know that you're a better goalkeeper than them. Again, let's see a show of hands. Don't be embarrassed, guys. Don't be shy. So if you're a young goalkeeper and you know whether they're a friend, okay, or whether there's someone in your school or your area, you know, if you know someone who's at an academy and you believe you're better than them, let's see a show of hands. Okay, brilliant. Love it. Fantastic, guys. Okay, yeah. And if you're, as I said, an older goalkeeper, okay, yeah, if you're like me in your mid-20s, okay, yeah, what was it? Do you not have a goalkeeper who is playing a higher league than you, and you're like, how's that happening? Why are they there? This again, let's see a show of hands if that's you. Brilliant, guys. Okay, the good news is you're probably right. You're probably right, honestly, because again, when I was a youngster, and even when I was like playing professionally, I always felt the same. You know, why is that goalkeeper, you know, there? And I'll speak about that in a moment, guys. Okay, yeah. But it's so important to believe in yourself. Okay, yeah. And it's not that you're being jealous or anything like that, guys. Okay, yeah. Because again, when I was a younger goalkeeper, or even like as a professional, when I used to say, you know, I'm better than that goalkeeper, people go, oh, you're only jealous. No, guys, nothing to do with jealousy, okay? It's to do what you believe in, okay? And it's very, very important, okay, that you believe in your own abilities. Now, going back to what I was saying before, guys, okay, yeah, okay, was it, this is so important. Where I was saying that a lot of you, and I've seen a lot of show of hands, okay, a lot of you are like really, really uptight because you want to achieve your dreams that much. You want, as I say, you're that uptight, as I say, guys, you know, even on your family holidays, you're like that. Okay, yeah, okay, you got to stop that. Okay, yeah, I know it's difficult, guys. Okay, yeah, because I say I've been there myself. Okay, you've got to. I know this sounds crazy. The more you enjoy playing in goal, the greater the chance that you've got of achieving your dreams. Okay, yeah, because when you're like this, let's see again. Let's see. I'm going to start asking questions now. Okay, yeah. So when you're uptight, okay, you're like this, guys. What's going to happen when you're training or playing, or especially when you're playing and there could be scouts watching, okay, yeah. What's going to be happening? So write your answers down, guys. What could happen if you're like this, okay? So Ethan Walker, make more mistakes. Spot on, Ethan. Anyone else, guys? Some questions on YouTube? Again, you can shout out. Have you?
Yeah, because you've got it coded to your
phone. Okay, no worries, okay. Okay, guys, so ask on Facebook. We'll try to get back on Facebook and Instagram, okay? Bad decision making, okay, yeah. Nico says distraction. Rowan, sorry, Rowan, I missed your one there, sorry, Rowan. You won't enjoy it. You get nervous. You feel too stressed. You want to make more mistakes. Guys, you're all spot on, okay, yeah. If you, again, and I understand, I promise you, I understand it, guys, okay, yeah. If you're that tense because you want to achieve your dreams, guys, okay, you're going to be tense in a game, okay, yeah. And I'm going to name drop now, guys, okay. I was very fortunate when I was 18. For 2 years, I played for Everton Football Club, and I was fourth choice goalkeeper, okay, because there was like Neville Southall, who was obviously arguably the best goalkeeper in his generation. Jason Keaton, who was an Australian international. Jason was amazing goalkeeper, and a guy called Jerry Payton, who was, I think, either the Irish or Northern Ireland international goalkeeper. If you know the answer to that, guys, please put it down. I think it was the Irish international. So I had 3 internationals ahead of me, guys. So obviously, so as an 18-year-old, I had very little chance. But I remember Neville Southall saying to me, so Nev was one of my biggest mentors. Neville Southall, now bearing in mind, Neville Southall was the Welsh international, an absolute legend. And he always used to say to me and the other younger goalkeepers, look, relax, enjoy yourself. If you're too tense, you're never going to be able to perform in goal, because as a goalkeeper, guys, moving around our goals, again, I know the question's obvious, guys, okay, yeah, but moving around our goals, you type in the answer here. if you're going to be fast or slow around your goal. Type the answers in, guys. I know it's obviously fast. You've got to be very fast, yeah. And also, what have we got to be able to do as goalkeepers when we're moving around our goal? And we've got to do it on the space of a shilling. We've got to do it really fast. We've got to change what? Got to be alert. You've got to be on your toes. You've got to change direction. We've got to cover the goal. Brilliant. You've got to have awareness. So, guys, when you're tense, okay, yeah, when you're tense, you're not going to have that awareness. You're not going to have that sharpness, okay? But if you can enjoy yourself, guys, okay, yeah, and be relaxed, okay, yeah, I promise you, you'll perform a lot better and you will enjoy the experience a lot more as well. You know, win, lose or draw, okay, yeah, you'll enjoy it. Now, again, let's have a show of hands here, guys. And again, this is really, again, I know a lot of the stuff I'm going to be asking you today is obvious, but I promise you guys, you'll go, actually, I promise you by the end of this session, you go, a lot of the things what Ray was saying was obvious, but I wasn't doing that. And I promise you guys, it can be life-changing, okay? So, as I say, I'm going to keep going on about this for the moment, guys, okay? It's so important, as I say, to really enjoy what you're doing, okay? Yeah. And again, I know this sounds really obvious, but I'm going to ask you here, guys, okay? Now, we've already established if you're too tense, okay, yeah, as a goalkeeper, you're not going to be able to perform, okay, yeah? But if you're really enjoying your goalkeeping, guys, okay, whether you're having a good time or you're having a bad time, okay, can you tell me what type of experience will you have if you're enjoying the journey? Because it's so important, guys, okay, about enjoying the journey, trying to achieve your dreams. So just write it down again, guys, yeah? Better experience, it's more pleasant, it's a memorable journey, yep, well done, Gaber. You have more fun, brilliant, Samuel. Fantastic. Yep, good experience. Mistakes, again, on YouTube here, mistakes, well done on GK1. You're enjoying the game, guys, as well, enjoying the game, yeah? Gives you more confidence, okay, guys? And also don't forget as well, this is very important. Now, last week I did a Zoom chat about the importance of being mentally strong as a goalkeeper. Now, what you've got to be careful of, guys, if you go into a game situation and you're like really, really tense, now think about the opponents, the other players, okay, yeah? Think about the opposing players. Especially the older you get and the higher standard you play, the opposing players will see this in a heartbeat, okay? So if you're really tense and you're not enjoying it, what do you think the opponent players are going to do or see? So again, let's have your participation. That you're vulnerable, yeah, and you can almost bully it, great. Your name flew off there. Whoever said that about bullying you, brilliant. They're going to see weakness in you. They're going to take advantage of you. They're going to target you. Well done, David Bunce. They're going to see that you're lacking in confidence. Well done, Ethan Walker. But well done, Inman, that you're going to be scared. So fantastic, guys, okay? So what happens is when you're tense and you're not enjoying it, guys, okay, yeah, you're basically saying to the opponent that you're an easy target. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask you a lot of obvious questions here, guys. Okay, yeah, and I know it's going to be a lot of obvious answers, but it's important that you participate. So imagine, guys, if you go into a game situation and you've not got a care in the world, you're laughing. I mean, I don't watch much. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch much Premiership football now, to be honest with you. But again, when I watch like the Liverpool goalkeeper, like the Brazilian guy, I should know. It's Alisson. I should know his full name. I'm from Liverpool as well. I forgot his name now. But whenever you see him play, does he always seem relaxed and always smiling? Every time he's always relaxed and smiling. Okay, yeah. Alice Becker, thank you. Yeah, and Alice Becker. Yeah, I should have known that. I do apologise, guys. Okay, yeah. So just ask yourself, just type away, guys. Okay, yeah. How much better would you perform, or what would you do differently if you were just enjoying the game? Please tell me, guys. Yeah. Again, just fire away in Instagram and Facebook, guys. We'll try to get back to you. Also on YouTube, guys, it'd be great. Yep. Shoban, hopefully I pronounced that right. Shoban says, yeah, you make childish mistakes. GK1, you say you play confidently. Yeah. Your confidence will grow. You will enjoy it. You'll be more focused. Okay. Yeah. You're going to react faster. Okay. Yeah. But guys, as I say, I promise you, I'm going to go through some other bits and bobs, and I'm going to leave you, and then I'm going to make some pointers. I'm going to leave you with 3 important things to take away. But the first one, guys, is say really just start to enjoy yourself, okay, yeah. And look, I know it's frustrating, okay, yeah, I know it's frustrating, guys, when you see other goalkeepers that you think, you know what, I should be there. Why are they there? Okay. Now, what I want you to do, guys, is, and this is very important. Please write this down, because I actually never had this written down in my notes. Okay, yeah, it's just come to mind. Okay, so whenever there's a goalkeeper, so whether it's a goalkeeper who's at an academy and you think you should be there, or whether you're playing amateur or you're playing semi-professional, you could be a 20-year-old and you've got someone who's playing in a higher league than you. Okay, yeah. What I want you to do, guys, okay, it's so important. Rather than envy them and go, oh, dear me, why are they there? And you're cursing them, etc. Does anyone else? Let's see if you know the answer, guys, here, okay? Because this is really important, this, guys, because this will empower you. Because when you're looking at someone and going, oh, why are they there? Oh, I'm better than them. Now, even though it's good to have that, okay, can you tell me, rather than focusing on, the negative, okay, what instead can you do? Okay, yeah. And there's one big word beginning with M. Okay, and so you can use these guys to help you become better goalkeepers. Okay, we've got someone who got it already. Well done. Keep going, yeah. Fantastic, guys. Okay, yeah. So what you do, guys, is you use them to motivate you to become a better goalkeeper. Okay, yeah, because again, I've seen so many goalkeepers. As I say, we've coached thousands of goalkeepers and just for keepers. And what happens is, when they see a goalkeeper who they believe is better than them, okay, sorry, when they see a goalkeeper who's maybe at an academy and they think, I'm better than them, what happens is they get down, and then they don't really want to try hard in training. Instead, do the opposite, guys. Go, right, how the so-and-so is that goalkeeper ahead of me? Right, okay, I'm now going to use that goalkeeper. And again, it doesn't have to be nasty, guys, okay, yeah? I'm going to use that goalkeeper to now motivate me to become a better goalkeeper. So when I don't feel like training, okay, yeah, again, see a show of hands, guys. Sometimes how many of you think, I can't be bothered training? Yeah, we all get like that, guys. Okay, now the difference is between the ones that make it and the ones that don't. Even though that they don't want to train, they will continue to train, okay, guys, yeah? So instead, whenever you think, I can't be bothered training today, just visualize the goalkeeper who is ahead of you and you believe that you should be, obviously, ahead of them. And again, it's not being nasty, guys. This is how you learn to use other people to motivate you to success. So what happens is you look at those guys and think, you know what? I don't feel like training today, but you know what? I'm going to use them as motivation to make sure that I get off the couch or stop playing the PlayStation or whatever it is now, the Xbox, and I'm going to go and get training. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay, yeah. So the first thing is I say, guys, enjoy it. Start to enjoy the journey. I promise you, guys, okay? That's a question I was going to ask, okay? Yeah. I forgot to ask this before. So going back to before when I was saying that it's important that you enjoy the journey, okay? Yeah. Again, let's write it in the box, guys. Write it in YouTube. Write it in Instagram and Facebook. Why do we play in goal? Again, I know it's an obvious question, guys. Okay, yeah. I know that I'm going to get obvious answers, but these are important. Why do we play in goal? Love it. To have fun. You enjoy it. Love playing in goal. Favorite position. Good answer. Makes you feel alive. The thrill of it. Yeah. So, guys, listen. It's like, how many, again, it's a show of hands, how many times have you heard a professional football player say, you know what, if I wasn't playing professional, I'd still play for free, for fun? Put your hands up. Yeah. Some of you might be a bit too young, but does anyone remember a David Beckham interview a few years ago when he said, I'll play football because I love it. Because I get paid for it, that's just a bonus. Does anyone remember that interview? It was a good few years ago now, okay? But that's what David Beckham said, okay? There's a good few hands there. David Beckham said, I'd play football for free. I get paid for it. It's a bonus, okay, yeah? So again, guys, so I want you to really think about this. Okay, Nico, lovely answer. Nico says, okay, the reason why he plays in goal because of his dad. Okay, fantastic. It's good that you want to motivate your family as well, which is cool. Okay, guys, so it's very important, okay? So if we play in goal for the enjoyment, okay, yeah, start enjoying it. Listen, you're not always going to get what you want, okay, yeah? Again, when I wanted to become a professional goalkeeper, I started out when I was 12 years of age. Please make sure that you get my free download of my book, how to become a professional goalkeeper. I'll put a link in, okay, yeah, because that tells you my story from the age of 12 that I tried to become a professional goalkeeper. Now, when I played at 12 years of age, guys, there was no internet. To play for a football club, you had to write for the trial. So I had to physically write, and there was like no photocopiers. Well, there probably was, but I didn't realise there was photocopiers because I'm going back many years ago, guys. So I had to write for trials and send letters off for trials, and I got rejected. I promise you guys, I must have sent 100, 150 letters every year to get trials at professional football clubs, and I was told time and time again, "No, sorry, we're not interested." But I just kept going, guys. Okay, because it's the end result what matters, guys. Okay, yeah, and you never know when the end result's going to come. And even when hopefully you achieve your dreams to become a professional goalkeeper, the journey continues again, guys. Okay, yeah, because once you sign professional, you think, "Wow, I've signed professional." Okay, now you want to play for higher professional clubs. Does that make sense? Okay, guys, yeah. So as I say, really, really enjoy it. Okay. The second point I want you to make as well, guys, please write this down. Okay, yeah, and I'll go into this. Okay, yeah. If you want to achieve your dreams to become a professional goalkeeper, and I'm speaking to the older goalkeepers now, if you want to go and play at a higher level and to get paid, you've got to do more than the average. Sounds obvious, guys. Okay, yeah. But I promise you, most people don't do more than the average. Okay, yeah. You've got to do more than your average competition. And and again, guys, I'm not just saying this from my experience. I'm saying this from coaching thousands upon thousands of goalkeepers over 20 plus years, and the goalkeepers that make the grade and achieve the dreams. And I promise you, guys, it's not necessarily the most gifted goalkeepers. It's the goalkeepers that are average, but they work harder than the average. Okay, yeah. And it's not just in your training as well, guys. Okay, so I want to really dwell on this. Okay, yeah. It's not just in your training. Yeah, it's obvious that you've got to train harder. Okay, yeah. Again, as I say, whether that's obviously working on your footwork, etc. You've got to train harder, but also you've got to educate yourself as well. We're in a day and age now, thanks to the internet. Okay, you can go onto YouTube. Okay, yeah. You can watch just thousands upon thousands of hours of training sessions. You can, again, I did a session last week on how to become mentally strong as a goalkeeper. Okay, yeah, it's so important, guys. Okay, yeah, I won't go into too much of this topic because I'll just keep speaking about being mentally strong because I'm so passionate about the importance of being mentally strong as a goalkeeper. But again, you've got to remember, guys, when someone says to you as a goalkeeper, yeah, you've got to do more than the average, you have. But a lot of goalkeepers think, okay, yeah, you must mean train harder, which you've got to. But it's not just that as well. Can you do more than the average, as I say, in educating yourself? Okay, yeah, whether that's on YouTube. If you're lucky enough to have a goalkeeping coach, always ask the goalkeeping coach at the end of, have a mission at the end of every session to ask your goalkeeping coach, say, hey, coach, okay, what about this, this, and this? Okay, always make sure that you will go away from your training sessions, go, you know what, I learned something new. Because I promise you guys, okay, yeah, the majority of people won't do that. Again, listen, guys, no one's going to judge you here. Show of hands, how many of you, whenever you finish your training sessions, okay, you don't go and ask your coach at the end of the session just one more thing, just to help you become a better goalkeeper? Show of hands, who doesn't do that yet? I didn't, guys. I didn't as a youngster, okay, yeah. I had to become a coach in just for keepers for 20 years to learn, to learn what I'm teaching you guys, if that makes sense, okay? So do more than the average, guys, and do more than the average, okay? Yeah, it's not just about training harder, which you've got to. It's about getting educated, okay? Yeah. Also, as well, you've got to make sure that you eat right and have a good lifestyle. Okay, seriously, guys. Okay, yeah. Now, especially for you older goalkeepers, what I mean by you got the older keepers, okay, yeah, is watching how much you go and drink. Now, I'm not saying don't go and enjoy yourself, okay? Go and enjoy yourself, okay? But I promise you, this is for the older keepers, guys, but you younger keepers, listen to this as well. If you're an older keeper and you're playing semi-pro, or you want to become semi-pro and earn money out the game, if you're going out every Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night on the drink, if you think that you're going to get higher, don't get me wrong, guys, the minority might, but I'm talking like the 0.1% might, but the majority, it's not going to happen, okay? Yeah. As I say, I'm not saying don't go out and enjoy yourself, but do it moderately, okay? Yeah, because you'll find the keepers who are playing above you, who might not necessarily be better than you, they've probably got a more healthier lifestyle, okay? So you've also got to eat right. So you youngsters as well, try and eat right as well, okay? Yeah, instead of having chocolate, okay, yeah, try and have some fruit or veg. So important, guys, okay, yeah? I'm not going to go into too much detail, guys, okay, yeah? But you just got to have a good lifestyle, okay? So if you're a younger goalkeeper, instead of being on your PlayStation for 4 or 5 hours a night, what else could you do? Let's see some right in the box here, guys, or in here. If you're a younger keeper, instead of being on the PlayStation, what do you think the keepers that are achieving their dreams, do you think they're on the PlayStation or doing something else? Watch training videos, go in the garden, go to the gym, yeah? Sleep. Whoever said sleep there, fantastic. I wasn't going to mention that, but sleep is one of the most important things that you need to do. Because not only should you train hard, you should always make sure that you rest. Very important. So whoever said sleep, sorry, it went that fast. Brilliant. Again, listen, go on your bike. It doesn't necessarily always have to be goalkeeping, guys. Go on your bike. Okay, yeah, it's just a bit of fitness. Oh, stretching as well. Nico, fantastic. Stretching, so important, guys. But this is what you learn when you get educated, guys. Okay, yeah, because there's a lot of the things that I've not written down here, and you guys are reminding me I should be saying it. But that's why if you get more educated, okay, yeah, that's when you think, yeah, I should be training more. I should be stretching more. I should be doing more be more mentally strong. That comes with education. So always do more than the average, guys. It's so important. Also, as well, the next thing I'm going to say as well, and this is this is a question within the course. I always get asked as well, Ray, do I play for a good team or a bad team? So again, let's have it in the comments box. If you want to achieve your dream as a young goalkeeper, so if you're under 18, let's ask the under 18s first. Sorry, someone's just said meditate. Mazzy, brilliant. Meditate. I can't go into meditation, guys, okay, yeah? Because it's something I do most days. Meditate is super important. Mazzy, brilliant. Well done, Mazzy. Amazing. So again, but it all goes back to being educated, guys, okay? The more you learn and educate, okay, the more information you're going to know. It's going to make you the better goalkeeper. Okay, so for the under 18s first, okay, write in the box here in the comments box, should you play for a good team or a bad team? So if you want to achieve your dreams to become a professional goalkeeper, do you play a good team or a bad team? Ethan Walker's got it, yeah? Okay. Okay, we got bad, good, middle of the table. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so me personally, guys, and again, I know it's obviously, ideally, can you do both? One of the best things my dad did for me is he put me in a good team on a Sunday and a bad team on a Saturday. So the good team on a Sunday learned me how to win. And the bad team on the Saturday, I think it was the bad team on a Saturday, I forgot which way it was now. So there's a good team, learned me how to win. And the bad team, guys, was just practice, okay? And it didn't matter if we got beat 12-0, and that did happen quite a lot, okay? But it didn't bother me because it was all practice, okay? So if you can get, again, I know it's down with time with your parents, okay, guys? If you can get in a good team or a bad team, that's fantastic, because as I say, you get the habits of winning, and also you get the practice from being in a bad team. But guys, if I was to choose, okay, yeah, and I know someone might ask this question, if I was to choose, if I was to be in a good team or a bad team, I would always pick being in a bad team every day, all day long, okay? Because you're going to get more practice. And again, a true story, guys. Going back to when I was a youngster, there was a goalkeeper called, I won't mention the second name, he was called Mark, but he played for Liverpool Academy. And he was always like a big guy. Even when he was like 3 years of age, he had a beard. He was like one of these guys who was massive. So unlucky for me, or maybe lucky for me, I don't know. And he was in my primary school and my secondary school, and he played for Liverpool schoolboys every year. So I had no chance because he was sort of leaps and bounds, only because of his height. To be honest with you guys, he was like a man when he was like 3 years of age. Anyway, long story short, he also used to play in the best teams because he played for Liverpool. I was in the worst teams, okay, yeah. So I was playing in the worst teams, getting beat 10-0 every single week, and he was laughing at me, okay, yeah, because he was in the good teams, because he was at Liverpool, and everybody wanted him to play, but he had nothing to do. And guys, and so he was at Liverpool Academy for like under 8, under 9, under 10, under 11. I didn't play at any academy, but when we got to 18 years of age, and it come time to become professional, I become professional, and he didn't, sadly. And I believe one of the reasons why that was is because he was in teams that he had nothing to do, and so he had no pressure. But I was playing in teams that were getting beat 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, 12-0 every single week. So I was used to the pressure, so it didn't bother me. So for me, if I had to pick a good or a bad team, I'd pick a bad team. But if you can do both, do both. So the same question for the older goalkeepers, okay? If you're an older goalkeeper, if you're over 18, what do you think? What league should you be playing in? What league should you be aiming for if you're an older keeper? So while the older keepers are doing this, writing it down. Okay, yeah, brilliant. Okay, some are saying high league, some say being in a semi-pro or the pro. Yeah. So if you're a goalkeeper who's over 18, guys, okay, yeah, you should always be aiming for the highest league possible. Again, I know it sounds obvious, okay, guys, okay, yeah. Don't settle for being at the league that you're at, okay, yeah. Because again, I started my career like professionally, but actually my career started at a team called Winsford United, which is like in the HFS Loans League, which is like probably about 9 leagues below professional. Okay, yeah. So I started off at Winsford United, and then I went to the next league, and then I ended up playing professionally. Okay, so if you're if you're above 18, always aim to play in the highest league you can. So never settle for being in the league that you're at, because again, if you're in a certain league, and then you can go and watch the other teams play, okay, if it's local to you, go and watch them, okay, yeah, whether it's on TV, on YouTube, ideally go watch them live and just see what the goalkeepers need to be to become a success, okay. So if you're a keeper who's over 18, you always want to be playing at the next highest level, and then once you get there, the next level again, then once you get there, the next level again, and you know what, you might find your plateau and get to a league where you'll play for many, many years and hopefully earn some money out the game. Or you could be like some keepers, and just keep growing and growing and growing, and eventually you end up professionally, okay, guys? So if that's what I would do, if you're over 18 goalkeeper, always be looking for the next level, okay? Okay. Another one, if you want to achieve your dreams, guys, I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'll put a link. You can go and watch this course for free. Some of you, if you're on last week's call, you'll understand. Last week was all about becoming mentally strong as a goalkeeper. I'm not going to go into detail here, guys, because I'll keep speaking about it. But becoming mentally strong as a goalkeeper is probably one of the most vital skills that you need to develop to have any chance to become a professional goalkeeper or play at the highest levels possible. Now, I'll put a link in Zoom, guys, and in social media. Or if you go to j4ksports.com and click, actually tell you what, if you go to j4ksports.com and on the homepage, click education. So j4ksports.com, click education. And when you get a drop-down box, you'll see a link that says how to become mentally strong as a goalkeeper. Now, these 8 videos, and each video is only about 5 or 6 minutes long, okay, yeah. It's completely free of charge, guys, okay, yeah. I promise you, go and watch those 3 videos, okay. And if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, go with your young child, okay, yeah, because I promise you, as a parent, it will really help you to help your goalkeeping child, especially when you get the idiots shouting nasty things at them, or they're getting bullied by the coach or even the other team members. This will help big time. And again, guys, you know, in J4K, we've coached thousands and thousands of goalkeepers over the years. We've helped thousands become professional, and I promise you, guys, okay, yeah, okay, the keepers that become mentally strong, become confident and believe in themselves, they're the ones that go and achieve the dreams, not the ones that are not necessarily gifted, who are naturally gifted, talented. It's the average goalkeepers who become mentally strong, guys, okay, yeah. And again, if you go to the website, it's completely free of charge. Go and have a look at that free course. It will help you big time, okay, yeah. And also as well, the next thing that you need to do as well, guys, okay, yeah, if you want to achieve your dream to become a professional goalkeeper, or to gain or to play the highest levels possible, like semi-pro, etc. And again, guys, I know this might sound so obvious, okay, yeah, but you'll be surprised how many goalkeepers don't do this. And again, I know it could be to do with funds, etc. I understand that, but if you can find a goalkeeping coach in your area, that can really, really help. But this goes on to the next question. I always get asked, Ray, obviously if we've got a J4K coach in your area, we'll obviously recommend a J4K coach, but sometimes we haven't. And sometimes someone will say, Ray, there's not a J4K coach in the area. How do I pick? How do I know the goalkeeper coach is right for me? And the answer is I don't know unless I can see them obviously coach. But this, again, guys, and this will, to a degree, will weed out the majority of the goalkeeping coaches, okay? So whenever you're picking a goalkeeping coach, guys, it's so important. There's a couple of things that you need to look out for, okay? The first thing that you got to look out for, especially if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, okay? Obviously, if you're an older goalkeeper, look out for this as well. The first thing you got to look out for is what is their results for their students. Okay, so if there's a goalkeeping coach who's been coaching in your area for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and then you go and see him or her, and you find out that they've got no success stories. Again, guys, without being brutal, what does that say about that goalkeeping coach? Okay, yeah. If they've been coaching for a long time and they've not got success, okay, you've got to ask serious questions. However, if you go to a goalkeeping coach and they can say, they can show you a load of proven success, don't get me wrong, it could be a young goalkeeper just getting going. So obviously, again, you've got to be a bit careful sometimes. But again, I'm talking like goalkeepers who are sort of established in the area. If they've got proven success, that their students have gone on to become professional, semi-professional, gone to academies, maybe gained a college scholarship in the United States, you've got a much stronger chance that you've got the right goalkeeping coach, if that makes sense, guys, yeah? And so it's so important, guys, that you get a goalkeeping coach with proven results, okay, yeah, proven results. And the next thing that you need as well, guys, and this might sound crazy, but when I explain this, you go, actually, yeah, right, yeah, I never thought of that. You also need a goalkeeping coach with the right contacts as well. Okay, I've met so many fantastic goalkeeping coaches, guys, over the years. As I said, I've traveled all over the world coaching, and there's been some amazing goalkeeping coaches, guys. I'm like, wow, this guy's fantastic, but nobody knows who they are because maybe they're in a job. They do the goalkeeping coaching part time. So they're not sort of, they don't go on YouTube and do the videos. They're quite private what they do. And so you could have the best goalkeeper, the point I'm trying to make, sorry guys, you could have the best goalkeeping coach in the world, but if they've got no contacts, they can't help you, okay, yeah? Okay, I'm not saying that they can't help you, sorry. It's difficult for them to help you, okay, yeah? So if you can find a goalkeeping coach that has got proven results to get their students to higher levels, and you've got the contacts, okay, yeah? Can you understand, guys, where you've got a better chance? Okay, yeah? Okay, and again, what you got to be a bit careful of, what unfortunately a lot of goalkeepers do, and a lot of parents do this, and again, I understand why. You see the first, you go, oh wow, there's a goalkeeping coach there on a Tuesday night. Oh, I'm free Tuesday night. I'll go to that goalkeeping coach because they said they're a goalkeeping coach, or because they say they're qualified, or they must be good. Now look, I'm not here to knock any goalkeeping coach, by the way, guys. Like anything in life, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, and it's the same in the goalkeeping coaching world. Now I've got respect for every goalkeeper. Honestly, guys, it doesn't matter if a goalkeeping coach is good, bad, or ugly. If they're trying to help a child or a goalkeeper develop, I've got the utmost respect for them, guys, okay, yeah? But even though I've got the utmost respect for them, and you have, as a goalkeeper or a parent, they could be the nicest person in the world, you've got to still make sure that they've got the proven results and also the contacts to help, okay, yeah? So if you can get the right goalkeeping coach, guys, everything that I'm teaching in this live Zoom here, your goalkeeping coach will drum that into you week in, week out, week in, week out, week in, week out. And through repetition, guys, that's the stronger chance. You'll strengthen your chances of achieving your dreams. That's why in Just for Keepers, guys, okay, we've helped so many goalkeepers become professional, semi-professional, helped them start their own goalkeeping coaching business. We've helped hundreds gain college scholarships, because it's like every single week, the J4K coaches are drumming into our students exactly what I'm teaching, guys, okay, yeah. And that's the best way you learn, is through repetition. So I hope that makes sense, guys, okay, yeah. Now, the last point, guys, okay, yeah, the last point, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask your questions and answers, okay. Now, when I say an agent, okay, guys, okay, I'm a bit dubious what I'm going to say here, and let's call it a representative, okay, yeah. So look, if you can find someone who, it doesn't want to say to agent, guys, it doesn't have to be someone with a big cigar and glasses, okay, yeah. It could be your parents, it could be your older brother or older sister, it could be your aunt, your uncle, okay? If you've got someone that can represent you, okay, yeah, fantastic, okay, yeah. If you can get someone that can put your, especially a lot of things, a lot of things are done via video now, guys, okay? So if you can get like a 5-minute promo DVD or video done, sorry, guys, okay, yeah, and you've got someone who is basically, as I say, so when I say an agent, guys, I'm not saying don't sign for anyone, nothing like that, okay, yeah. I say it could be your brother, as I say, your sister, it could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mum or your dad. If you've got someone who's got a promo video and you're just sending that out all the time, now I'll be honest with you guys, most of it is going to get ignored, okay, yeah, it's going to get delete, but that video only needs to land on the right person's desk at the right time. I remember when I actually signed for Torquay United, I'm going back many years ago, and what happened is I was at a club called Chester City at the time, which I wasn't happy with. I was on the transfer list, etc. And what happens is, this wasn't done via video, guys, okay, yeah, but basically the goalkeeper for Torquay United got injured, and what happened is the assistant manager at the time was a guy called Kevin Hodges. When the goalkeeper got injured, the manager went, "Oh my God, we need a goalkeeper for tomorrow. Who do we know?" And Kevin Hodges went, "I played with a goalkeeper called Ray Newland for 2 years when he was at Plymouth Argyle. Give him a shout." And I ended up signing for the 18-month contract because somebody put a word in for me, guys, okay, yeah. And you'll find that's what happens as well, guys, okay, yeah. A lot of the goalkeepers that go on to different levels, whether it's at academy level or professional level or semi-professional, somebody has put a word in for them, okay. It helps, okay, yeah. Again, if you can, if you imagine if you're putting your promo video to someone, and whether you're 10 years of age or 22 years of age, okay, let's say you're a semi-pro keeper, and just that day, the manager of the local semi-professional team needs a goalkeeper, and then that day or maybe a day or two before, they've seen your promo video. Does that give you does that give you a greater chance of potentially getting at that club? The answer is yes, guys, okay, because you're in the forefront of someone's mind, okay, yeah. So again, if you can, as I say, so when I say an agent, I'm not saying an agent, guys. I hope I'm not trying to, tell you guys to go and get an agent, okay. But it doesn't have to be that. As I say, it could be your mum, your dad. Just send out the promo video. But again, I stress, guys, it will probably get ignored 99% of the time. But you only want that 1%. That 1% is the foot in the door, and that's all you need. And I promise you, that could be the difference between, obviously, maybe having, getting your break and not getting your break, especially if you're a goalkeeper and you're over 18 years of age, okay, you need to do it, full stop. If you're under 18, there's no big rush. But if you're over 18 and you're playing amateur or semi-pro and you want to play the highest standards possible, if you're not getting your name out there, guys, okay, yeah, I promise you, don't think, I'm going to contradict myself. You can get scouted, okay, yeah, okay, you can get scouted, okay, yeah, but the chances of it happening is so slim, okay, yeah, because things are changing in football, guys, okay, and a lot of it is getting done via video now as well, okay, yeah. And also, again, I'm not saying all scouts are like this, guys, but what you find as well, the scouts that normally walk around, okay, from my experience, okay, guys, yeah, from my experience, the scouts that walk around handing out their business cards, they're that far down the pecking order that I'm not saying that they don't get listened to at the club, okay, but you can imagine that these 100 of these scouts handing out the cards everywhere. The clubs, especially at professional level, they're only going to sort of listening to like the top 2 or 3 scouts, or even the goalkeeping coaches, okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, I'm not saying that scouts can't get you opportunities. That's probably the wrong thing that I might have said there. What I'm saying is, don't rely on the scouts coming around and being picked up, okay, because they're not. One, as I say, you've got to play the right game at the right time with the right scout. Then also as well, you've then got to hope that if that scout likes you, that scout's word gets listened to at that club, if that makes sense, okay, yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up now, guys. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask some questions, okay, but I'm trying you to do 3 things for me, okay, guys. So I'm just going to take a pen and paper here, guys, okay, yeah. I'm just going to scan for 2 minutes. I'm going to scan through everything, and I'm going to leave you with 3 action points, okay, yeah. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you want, okay. So the first thing, as I say, guys, remember, please write this down. Enjoy yourself. And again, I know this might sound obvious, guys, but as you're writing this down, I want you to be honest with yourself and think, am I doing that? Okay, yeah. And you'll probably find that that you're probably not, or you might only be dipping your toe in the water. Guys, you've got to be doing it full whack, okay, yeah? So the first thing is to say, guys, if you want to achieve your dreams, okay, yeah, enjoy yourself, enjoy the journey. If you're too tense, like we've already said, guys, if you're too tense, it's going to affect your game, especially if you play, the opponent's going to see that you're uptight. They're going to take advantage of that. So the first thing is enjoy yourself. That's why we've all agreed, we all showed our hands, guys. We all agreed that we all play in goal to enjoy ourselves. So enjoy the journey. We're always not going to have what we want, guys, okay? Yeah, we're not always going to have, we're going to have our ups and our downs, but as long as you enjoy the journey, guys, okay? Yeah. Second thing as well, remember, okay, guys, is do more than the average, okay? Yeah. So important, guys. As I say, just for keepers, we've coached thousands of goalkeepers over the years, and it's the goalkeepers I'm going to say it again, it's the goalkeepers not necessarily with the best ability that make it. It's the average goalkeepers that work harder than the average. And I don't mean just in training, okay, yeah? Remember what we said before, it's about getting educated, it's about eating right, okay, yeah? It's about, someone said as well about, understanding like how to meditate. But if you educate yourselves on how the best, like basically how the, if you educate yourself on how like the Premiership goalkeepers conduct themselves, that will really, really help you guys. Because if you can follow the advice of Premiership goalkeepers, you're not going to go far wrong, okay, yeah? Unless it's Chelsea. What was it? Okay, also, do you play for a good team or a bad team? If you're under 18, okay, try to play for a good and a bad team, because if you play for a good team, you learn the habit of winning. And when you're playing in a bad team, you're very, very importantly, you're learning how to hone your skills. If I had a choice, if I could only play for one team, good or bad, I'd always pick bad all day long, because it's more important that you get practice. If you're over 18, remember, whatever league you're playing in, you always want to be aiming for the next level up. Always want to be looking for that next level. Also remember to have to eat correctly, guys, okay, to have the right lifestyle. Obviously, if you're a parent, make sure that your child is loads of fluids. Try to stay off the chocolate bars, guys, okay? Eat more fruit. If you're a keeper who's over 18, if you're a semi-pro keeper, like I said before, guys, if you're a semi-pro keeper, if you're 21, 22, 23 years of age and you want to become professional or make more money as a semi-professional goalkeeper, if you're out in the town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, guys, okay, I'm not saying that you're not going to make it, but you're going to lessen your chances of making the grade, especially if other goalkeepers, your competition, are more disciplined, okay? So important, guys, okay, yeah, to, have the right lifestyle. And that's not to say don't have fun, still have fun, guys, okay, yeah? But obviously everything you do be in moderation. Also as well, another thing as well, remember, guys, work on your mental strength. So important, okay, yeah? I promise you, guys, that can give you the edge big time, okay, yeah? And the important and the great thing about being mentally strong as a goalkeeper, it's so easy to I promise you, guys, if you have bigger muscles like me, okay, yeah, you just go down the gym and work the muscles, don't you? Working your mind is exactly the same, okay, but it's a lot easier because you can do it sitting down. Whereas if you want to build your muscles, you've got to jump in the car, or your mum and dad's got to take you to the gym. But when you're working to become mentally strong as a goalkeeper, you can do that in your mind's eye. And remember, guys, please go here, guys. Go to j4ksports.com. So it's j4ksports.com. On the homepage, go to education, click education, and then down the bottom it will say how to become mentally strong as a goalkeeper. I think it's 8 videos, all free. It's a free course on how to become mentally strong. I promise you, guys, it'll change the way you think. If you're a parent of a goalkeeper, please watch it with your goalkeeping child, because it will help you to help them. If you're a goalkeeping coach, okay, and you're not teaching the mental side of goalkeeping, you owe it to your students, okay, yeah? You owe it to your students, okay, yeah? You've got to be teaching how to become mentally strong, so you owe it to your students to learn that skill so you can pass it on to your students, guys. So important. Also as well, guys, remember, find the correct goalkeeping coach, okay, yeah, in your area, okay. That's what I said earlier on in the video, guys, okay, yeah. When I was young, the only option that we had was to there was no independent specialised goalkeeping schools. The only place to get goalkeeping coaching was like at Liverpool or Everton or Manchester United. Thankfully, we're in a day and age now, guys, okay, and it's not just for keepers. There's a lot of independent goalkeeping schools out there now, okay. I promise you, guys, okay, yeah, there's so many goalkeeping coaches now in areas it doesn't matter if you're not at a professional club, because you can go to, again, I can name many goalkeeping coaches myself. We've got Scott Foy here, obviously, who's from Scott Foy does J4K Nottingham and Derbyshire. We've got another Scott Healy, who's from Manchester. I mean, it seems to be like every week Scott Healy from Manchester is producing another professional goalkeeper. So guys, we're in a really, it's really, as I say, so don't be downhearted, guys, if you're not at a professional academy when you're 10, 12, 13, 14 years of age, okay? Because if you can go and find an independent goalkeeping coaching schools, okay, and if you find the right goalkeeping coach, I promise you probably have a greater chance of developing there than probably what you have at an academy. Because if you're paying a goalkeeping coach to develop, they normally put in a lot more effort, guys, from my experience, okay, than just going to an academy, okay? No, I'm only saying as a rule of thumb. So again, don't be disheartened if you're not at an academy, guys, okay? Maybe, 10, 15 years ago, if you weren't at an academy, you'd be at a disadvantage. But now, honestly, I speak to so many mums and dads, and I agree with them. They're like, you know what, Ray? I'd rather my son or my daughter play local with their friends and still enjoy themselves, and we'll just keep taking them to such and such goalkeeping coach. And there's been so many of those guys I've spoken to who've gone on to become professional because they've played with their friends, they've enjoyed themselves, like we said before, they've enjoyed themselves, and they've still been getting specialised coaching, guys, okay, yeah. So finding the right goalkeeping coach is so important, okay. So there's 3 things I want you to do now, guys. I'm going to let you ask your questions, okay, yeah. So what I want you to do, obviously, just go through everything that I've said here tonight, okay. And I want you to now think of, what 2 or 3 things do you need to improve as a goalkeeper? Whether it's your mental side, maybe your footwork. And remember, guys, don't just keep it to training. Okay, it could be footwork, it could be coming for a cross, but also as well, could you improve your mental side? Could you improve your diet? Could you improve, like someone said before, your sleep? Because resting is so important as well. What can you improve? Okay, yeah, as a goalkeeper, and then start working on that, guys. Obviously, as we're about to come out of this lockdown, and again, if you don't know the answer, go and ask your goalkeeping coach, or go and ask your manager, or ask your parents, okay? Ask someone who you trust and say, hey, listen, what do you think I need to do, or what do I need to do to improve as a goalkeeper? And let people tell you as well, guys, okay? So that's what I want you to do, guys, okay? Think about, as I say, what you need to improve on, okay? And start working on that now. Start getting educated. Start finding, as I say, have you got to eat better? If you're a 23-year-old goalkeeper, guys, and you're going out too many times, well, obviously, you won't be going out at the moment. Nobody is, okay, yeah. But as I say, if you're a 23-year-old goalkeeper, what should you be doing, okay? So start doing that. Also, as well, find the right mentor or the right goalkeeper. It doesn't have to be ideally, if it can be a goalkeeping coach, obviously that's going to help. But again, if you can't find a goalkeeping coach, okay, can you find the right mentor who understands the psychology of obviously achieving your dreams as a professional football player or getting to the highest levels possible? I promise you, if you can find the right mentor or coach, guys, okay, yeah, that can be the difference between achieving your dreams and not. And that's why we have so many J4K that's why we have so many J4K students achieve their dreams, guys, because what I'm teaching here tonight in one session, the J4K coaches are just ramming it every single week. We're ramming it down our students' throats. Okay, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. And the third one as well, guys. Okay, and it sort of enwraps everything that I've just said here. Always. Okay, yeah. Right, please write this down, okay? It's called continuous education, okay? One of the most important things that you need to master, guys, okay, yeah? And it's not just in goalkeeping, guys, okay? Even when I lost my career and I've started multiple businesses over the years, it's the ones that make it big in business, okay, achieving their dreams, it's the ones that continually educate themselves, the ones that are always trying to learn. And I promise you, guys, I tell you right now, 99% of your competition will not continue to educate themselves, okay, yeah? So if you can do that, even more gifted than you, if you work on your education and do everything what we said tonight, you'll give yourself a much bigger chance, okay? And last but not least, guys, I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to let you ask some questions here on here. Remember to do more than the average. Always do more to achieve the dreams to take with goalkeeping schools around the world. I've brought out the J4K goalkeeper gloves. I've got like a property business. I've got an internet marketing business. I achieved my dreams to emigrate to the United States. I'm now living between the UK and the United States. And guys, I promise you guys, I've got no qualifications. The only level I've got is a spirit level. Okay, guys, okay, I've got no qualifications. Okay, yeah. And the only reason why I believe I got what I got is I just done more than the average. I just worked harder than my competition, guys, and I just never stopped. And I promise you, if you can put that in your DNA, never give up on your dreams, guys. You'll always have a fighting chance. Okay, yeah. So again, that's me finished, guys. Okay, yeah. So I'll stick about for like another 10, 15 minutes. So any questions, fire away, guys. Okay. I'll see people. So, yeah, one sec. I'll get this right in a moment. Bear with us, guys. Now, listen, last week, guys, instead of unmuting one person, I unmuted everybody, okay, yeah? So it sounded like a load of geese going, okay, yeah? So if I unmute everyone by mistake again, okay, yeah? If we can, just make sure there's no noise in the background, okay, yeah? So, as I say, so we don't want saying, like, Sam, your tea's ready? Okay, yeah, so just be a bit careful, any noise in the background, okay? And last but not least as well, guys, before I get the questions, okay, so the first one with the hand up there, I'm going to ask, it's going to be Mazzy. Also as well, guys, if you go to j4ksports.com, this is how you can actually download my free ebook, How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper. I promise you guys, if you download, it's completely free. It's called How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper. It's my story with the help. It's about me and my dad, me chasing my dream, how to become a professional goalkeeper, and me basically getting told for 6 years that I was crap and to give up on my dreams. And it's about me keep going with me and my dad. It's called How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper. So if you go to j4ksports.com, so it's j4ksports.com, again, click education, and I think it says J4K ebooks. Click that link and you'll see the book, How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper, and you can download it for free, okay, yeah. The only thing that I ask, guys, if you download the free course tonight or tomorrow, or you download the free book, okay, please, if you don't mind, guys, okay, if you can just go onto social media, okay, yeah, and just say, hey, hey, guys, hey, Ray, you're one of the best looking goalkeeping coaches I've ever met in my life, and I get that. I understand why you probably say that, but again, guys, okay, yeah, just try to just say, hey, hey, Ray, listen, thanks. This is what this really helped me with, and I'll share that on with the J4K community, because by other goalkeepers and parents and goalkeeping coaches and goalkeepers seeing your comments, it inspires other goalkeepers to achieve their dreams, guys. Okay, yeah. And there's an amazing saying that says, "A rising tide raises all ships." And in J4K, I try to get all the J4K community working together, because a rising tide raises all ships, guys. Okay, yeah. So again, I can see all the hands there, which is cool, guys. Okay, I'm going to go with Mazzy to start with. So, Mazzy, can you want to unmute? One sec.
Hello there, Ray. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Mazzy.
Everyone's okay. Hello to everyone.
Hey, guys, Mazzy's saying hello to everyone. Sorry, Maz, fire away.
Just one question, right?
Yep.
I just wanted to say, basically, I'm 20 years old, so let's say, I was going to say, is it going to be harder for me to be spotted by a bigger team, like a pro team? So would it be available, would there be a chance for me to, go abroad and show myself?
Okay, brilliant.
A higher chance.
Okay, fantastic question, Mazzy. So I'm just going to repeat that, Mazzy, so the guys on social media and YouTube can hear. So Mazzy just asked a fantastic question there. What was it? He said he's 20 years of age. He says, has he lost his chance to achieve his dreams? And the answer is no, Mazzy. Okay, now I'll be honest with you. It's going to be obviously the older you become. Okay, yeah, it gets obviously harder. Okay, yeah, because unfortunately there's a bit of an arrogance with a lot of teams, and how I'm not saying that they all do this. Okay, but there's a lot of teams and a lot of coaches will go, well, if he's 20, if he's 20, he mustn't be that good, or he would have been picked up by, or he or she would have been picked up by now. So I personally think that's wrong, okay, because again, I forgot the name of the goalkeepers now. I think one was a guy called Mike Taylor when I played. I think Mike Taylor was 24 years of age. He might have been older. So Mike Taylor played semi-professional football, and he then come into the Football League. I think he signed for Barnet, and then he went on to play for Birmingham City, and it was either Northern Ireland or Ireland, and he became an international goalkeeper. Fantastic goalkeeper. And I might be wrong, but he was 24, Mazzy, when he achieved his dreams.
You're still young as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you get so. Who's the Italian goalkeeper? Forgot his name now. He played. Who's that?
Donnarumma.
Is it? No, there's a goal. Who's the Italian goalkeeper, guys? He's 75 years of age. He's still playing. Buffon. Yeah. You know, so yeah, so I mean, you know, so goalkeepers can play now into like the 40s. You know what I mean? You know, some as I say, there's a goalkeeper called Peter Shilton. He played when he was 50. He was like Peter Shilton's the most successful goalkeeper England has ever had. So for yourself, Mazzy, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it does get harder the older that you become. Okay, but it's still if you. You know, I'm always a believer. If you're good enough, you're young enough. If that makes sense. And as I say, and it might not necessarily be professional, Mazzy, but you could end up, you know, signing for like a semi-pro club and earning yourself £200-400 a week, or dollars a week, you know, or euros a week, depending on where you go. But so that's why I said before, Mazzy, it's important if you get like a promo video done, and just send it out. And as I say, the majority of people will probably ignore the video, Mazzy, not because your ability, just out of laziness, to be honest with you. You know, as I say, or they might be just generally busy. But it just that your video just needs to land on the right person's desk at the right time.
Sorry, I cut you out. That's exactly what I've done, and I had my coach as well to help me out, and I sent it out to different clubs, not just here, abroad as well.
Brilliant.
And I actually got an offer from Lille. From French League One.
Brilliant, fantastic.
They're offering me to come down, but I just want to see how it goes. You know, it's not easy, but let's just see.
Brilliant. Well, what Mazzy's done there, guys, for you guys that mightn't have heard. Okay, so Mazzy, we spoke about putting like a promo video out, and that's something that Mazzy has done in his coaching. He's actually had an offer from. Did you say Lille from France? Lille, like from like a first division team from France. So it does work, guys. Okay, it does work, because I promise you, the majority of goalkeepers, when you get to 20, 21, 22, 23, they'll stop promoting themselves. Just keep promoting yourselves. If you think you've got ability and you've got enough people telling you that you've got ability as well, guys, just keep chasing your dream. So Mazzy, thank you for sharing that, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, my pleasure. Thank you. So 1 sec. So who's next? 1 sec. So we've got Sam, got his arm right in the air there. Sam, got like Superman there. With Superman with dodgy pajamas on. Okay, so Sam Quinney.
Hi.
You okay, Sam?
My manager doesn't allow me to make my own decisions. How can I get him to trust me to allow me how to do my own thing?
Wow. So did you say that's your coach, your manager? Did you say, sorry, Sam?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And how old are you, Sam?
10.
Wow, fantastic. So first of all, Sam, amazing, fantastic kudos for you for understanding that. So for you guys on YouTube and social media, so I've got young Sam here, and what he was saying is that how does he get his coach to listen to him? Because Sam wants to make his own decisions, but the coach is overriding him, okay, yeah? So how does Sam obviously basically say to his coach, listen, you don't know what you're talking about, okay, yeah? Listen to me, I'm the goalkeeper. Is that what you're saying, Sam?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Sam's only 10, by the way, okay, yeah? And he's got the most amazing quiff I've ever seen in my life. I'm super, super jealous of that quiff, Samuel. So it's a fantastic question, Sam, okay, yeah? Especially coming from a 10-year-old. And it is very, very difficult, guys, okay, yeah? That, you know, when, as a goalkeeper, okay, yeah, that, you know that you want to do something, and you've got a coach who is obviously telling you, you know, basically not trusting your decision. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to most coaches, guys, or most managers, okay, yeah, but 99.9% of them have no idea about goalkeeping. Unless they've played in goal themselves, okay, yeah, you've got virtually little idea about goalkeeping. Now, don't get me wrong, you get some of them that will admit to that, okay, that they'll say, I don't know anything, but unfortunately you get some who the egos are a bit too big, shall we say. So what I would do there, Sam, okay, first of all, have you got a goalkeeping coach, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so obviously it's always a bit difficult for a 10-year-old to speak to the coach. So again, Sam, if you've got the confidence to do it, I'd go and speak to your manager and say, look, man, you know, coach, you know, I'll do what you say, okay, yeah, but my goalkeeping coach tells me to do it this way. Now, I prefer to do it the way my goalkeeping coach is advising me, because my goalkeeping coach obviously knows what they're talking about. Obviously, you say it nicer than that. So look, I'm comfortable doing it the way my goalkeeping coach has told me. Will you trust me? Okay, yeah. So first of all, maybe you're going to do that, Sam, and ask you, obviously speak to your coach. Now, if your coach has not got an ego, hopefully your coach will go, okay, yeah. Some coaches, guys, let's see a show of hands. How many of you have got a coach that have got a big ego and he will never listen? Okay, if I could get my leg up as well, I would, guys. Okay, you've got some coaches, guys. Okay, unfortunately, the egos are too big. Okay, yeah. And as I say, and I sincerely mean this, guys. We've got goalkeepers who come to us when they're 6 years of age, and after like a couple of years training with J4K, they could only be 8 years of age, but they know more than their coach and their manager, believe it or not. If their coach or manager has never played in goal. So the first thing, as I say, Sam, go and try and have a conversation with the coach and say, look, this is what my goalkeeping coach is saying, and then and see what the coach says. If the coach doesn't listen, see if your goalkeeping coach will go and have a word. Okay, I've done this many a times for my students over the years, where I've gone and spoke to the coach and said, look, now I can have a word. I'll use yourself as an example, Sam. So I'll say, look, as you know, I coach Sam week in, week out. And what's happening is I'm teaching them a certain way. And what I'd be saying to your coach in a nice way, Sam, is, look, I've played professional for 10 years. I've been coaching for 20 years at goalkeeping. I know more than you. But I'd say that in a nice way, if that makes sense. So I'd be saying, well, look, this is how we want to do it. Okay, so let Sam do it his way. Okay, yeah, and let Sam show that. Obviously, let Sam do what he believes. If that makes sense, Sam. So the first thing is try it yourself. Go and have a word with your coach yourself, and then if that doesn't work, see if you can get your goalkeeping coach or even one of your parents to go and see the coach and say, one of your parents, and the parents can say the same as the goalkeeping coach. If that makes sense, and say, hey, look, Sam spoke to the goalkeeping coach. You're asking him to do something that he's not really, he's not comfortable doing. Sam spoke to his goalkeeping coach, and his goalkeeping coach, who knows what they're talking about, they've said Sam needs to do it this certain way. So look, can you trust Sam, and can you obviously, trust Sam's goalkeeping coach? Would you be comfortable doing something like that, Sam?
Yeah.
Fantastic, brilliant. And as I say, fingers crossed, okay? Fingers crossed. Hopefully, if your coach has got half a brain, they will listen. I know some of them haven't, okay, yeah? And again, if I've got more time, I'll come back to you, Sam, and I'll show you what to do if your coach is not going to listen no matter what. Is that okay, Sam, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic, young man. Okay, so we've got Sammy B. Fire away, Sammy B.
Yeah, hi, that's my dad. I'm Jamal. I just have a quick question.
Yep.
So I've been taking up boxing recently, to get stronger physically and exercise. Would that helps goalkeeping, right? To be more physical and things like that. And just want your view on how exercise would impact goalkeepers' physical well-being.
100%. First of all, Jamal, I'm just looking at your dad there. I thought I was looking at a mirror there when I looked at your dad. We look like twins. You okay? First of all, I want to say it's amazing that you're coming as a parent myself. It's amazing that you're coming on with your son, Sammy. Fantastic. And Jamal, 100% it's going to help. I mean, one of my biggest regrets when I played in goal, I got offered to go and do gymnastics and martial arts. And I didn't do it, to be honest with you, because I was a bit frightened of getting injured, to be honest with you. But looking back in hindsight, I believe if I would have done gymnastics and martial arts, physical, I mean, when you come for the cross, you had to knock two of your own defenders out the way before you got to the attacker. But if you're learning, obviously, to become a boxer, yeah, obviously it's going to help you with the fitness. It's going to help you with confidence as well, because if you're getting used to, if you're comfortable getting a bit of a smack, okay, yeah, that obviously goalkeeping is very physical, and there's a lot of goalkeepers that, unfortunately, that I've personally taught over the years, that could have had a chance to become a professional goalkeeper, but when there was a chance of a 50-50, that they would flinch and back out. They were a bit timid of coming in for the tackle. So as a boxer, if you're learning obviously the physical side of things, Jamal, yeah, you're not going to have any. If you're happy with someone punching you in the face, you know, you're not going to be phased, you know, coming against the centre forward, because also as well, 99% of centre forwards, Jamal, they don't want to be hit. They don't want to be hit anyway. So it's not like in boxing where someone's like, come on, I want to hit you, Jamal. Centre forwards, you've probably done this yourself, guys. And again, I won't go into too much detail. But again, when I used to play, as goalkeepers, we had to come for crosses. And there was so many times where we couldn't get to that cross. And all we would do is we would shout keepers as loud as we could. And the attackers would literally, you'd actually see the attackers sort of like, because they didn't want to be punched. The majority of centre forwards don't want to get hit by a goalkeeper. So if you're 100%, if you're doing boxing, it's going to help you with the physical side of things, Jamal, but also the eye-ball coordination skills as well. Again, obviously, with punching the ball, etc., catching the ball, but obviously fitness, boxing to do fitness. I mean, that's obviously, you know, arguably one of the toughest fitness regimes that you're doing. You've got fast feet, it's going to help you with the goalkeeping. So 100%, Jamal, I'd definitely keep up the boxing, mate. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
No, it's a great question. Fantastic. What was it? Anyone else, guys? 1 sec. There's a lot of hands going up here, guys. And again, I can't see every screen, so I think you might. I think you can put your like wave or something, can't you? Put like a blue hand on there. Okay, so we've got Jamie Leonard. I've just seen Jamie. So guys, I'll try and come to everyone. I'm not ignoring you if I don't see you. So we've got Jamie. Was he disappeared to? There you go, Jamie. Okay, Jamie.
Is it good to like when the ball goes into the top corner, like I quite often use like my opposite hand instead of like using like two hands. Is that good or is that like bad? Okay,
cool. So what Jamie's asking here, guys, obviously for you guys on YouTube and obviously on social media, Jamie's saying when the ball goes top corner, does he use like the left hand or the right hand? Okay, yeah. Now again, obviously it's difficult sort of to answer that, Jamie, obviously on camera. But I'm going back to one of my favourite mentors was Neville Southall. I say when Neville played for Everton, he played for Wales. He was voted the best goalkeeper in the world. And if you ever ask Nev what's the best save that he's ever made, he'll never tell you. He'll go every save. For Nev, it didn't matter if it's like an easy save or a top corner save, because he's like, a save is a save. You know, if you stop the ball going in the net, okay, a save is a save. Now, look, I know that, again, you get all these experts, Jamie, that even though that you make the save, they go, oh, you should have had the sums together. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're always going to get those experts. And again, you know, and then there is argument that, you know, when you dive to your left, for example, and you go in top corner, there's an argument that, you know, that you're best going with your left hand first, okay, yeah. But then, you know, you can do all the arguments in the world. If the ball comes in with a different angle, Jamie, it could be the case where you're going to go with your opposite arm, if that makes sense. So it just depends how the ball goes in. So I always say the best thing to do is in training that you always try to practice every eventuality, you know, as I say. So when you're in training, you know, you go with your left hand, and you learn, you know, you practice to catch the ball, you use your opposite arm, etc. So you practice. So when it comes to a game situation, Jamie, it's just instinct. And it could be the case as well, Jamie, where there's like, you might have made a save, and this is important, this, guys, is where you might have made a save in the game, and even then you go, you know what, I made the save, and everyone will be like, oh, great save, keeper. But in your mind, Jamie, you'll be like, oh, I went with that hand, I could have caught it. We're always going to have that, because as goalkeepers, we want to be perfect. But I always go back to what Neville Southall said to me, a save's a save. And again, as I got older, and obviously as you get older, guys, as a goalkeeper, you get obviously more confidence in answering back, you know. And then when, as I say, if ever I made a save, you know, whether or not the technique was bad, and someone would say to me, oh, Ray, you know, you come for that cross there, you should have caught it, but you punched it. I'd say, my answer is, and your answer should be, Jamie, and everyone else's answer should be, did they score from it? No, I've done the right thing. That makes sense?
Yeah, thank you.
No, my pleasure, mate, my pleasure. Right, I'll do 5 more questions, guys, okay? Yeah, I can see, is it Gabriel Smith? And then I can see Rowan, Sammy B. So we've got Gabriel Smith, fire away.
All right. So I've been struggling with knee tendonitis for the past 4 months. Have you got any tips on how I can deal with this mentally and physically? And did you experience any setbacks such as this?
Yeah, great question, Gabriel. And so Gabriel Smith, guys, has just asked me a question there that he's struggling with. Did you say knee tendonitis?
Yeah, knee tendonitis. Yeah.
Got knee tendonitis. Okay, that's a mouthful, Gabriel. Okay, yeah. And it's funny that you should ask that question, Gabriel, because this week I actually done a video on advising how to, when a goalkeeper needs to strap their fingers up, Gabriel, which I'll come to that in a moment. So Gabriel was asking, he's struggling with knee tendonitis at the moment. Okay, what can he do to? He said it's very frustrating. It's affecting his confidence. So what advice can I give him? Obviously, to get over that, and also what did I do when I was injured? Okay, what did I do to keep my mental strength and my confidence going? Is that right? What you're saying, Gabriel? Yeah.
Yeah, mentally and physically.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, the first thing is, and this is what I mentioned on when I done the video this week, Gabriel. It's really important as a goalkeeping coach. Because I've had so many injuries, when one of my students used to ask me, "Hey Ray, how can I get back from this injury?" I'd always advise them, which looking back in hindsight, Gabriel, that was wrong. So in terms of getting back from an injury, okay, even as a goalkeeper, I got injured that many times. I was sponsored by Red Cross because I was always injured. Okay, yeah. But what I thought, Gabriel, is because I was injured that I could advise others what to do, and in a way I was wrong. So one part of the question, Gabriel, is that in terms of getting back physically fit, always try to get help always try to get advice on how to come back from injury from a specialist. Does that make sense, Gabriel?
Yeah.
It's so important. And again, you don't have to go to a doctor or a physio. I think you can go to a sports injury specialist, and they'll give you the best advice. As I say, and for me, on how, and that leads on to the next question, Gabriel. When you're injured, how can you keep your confidence going? And that's by speaking to the right specialist, because the right specialist. Because if you get advice from your friends or your coach, you don't really know what's the matter with you, Gabriel, you will know in their answer that they don't really know, and that won't give you confidence, Gabriel. So if you speak to the right person and they go, right, Gabriel, this is what's wrong with you. You need to do this, and this, and you will be fit in 4 weeks' time. I'll guarantee you. All of a sudden, you're like, wow, okay, so these conviction, these clarity, and you know that you've got advice from the right person, and you know that, and that person will also tell you as well, Gabriel, look, hey, I've treated 1,000 people like you, Gabriel, with the same condition. Listen, you will be back in a few weeks' time as long as you do this, and this. When you're getting the right advice from the right person, that gives you the confidence to think, you know what, this is only temporary.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what I would do. And then you've got to make sure then, Gabriel, that you follow the advice from what this expert's telling you.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay, that makes sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Fantastic, brilliant, no worries. Guys, I've got enough for 3. I've got 7% left, okay, yeah? So I'm going to ask I'm going to go Gaber, then it's Hayden, and then I'll finish off with Rowan. Okay, so Gaber, off you go.
Hi, I just have a question. So when you feel down or uninspired when you are doing goalkeeping, how would you advise me to mentally come back feeling better?
Brilliant, fantastic question. Have I pronounced your name? Is it Gaber?
Hi, it's me, Gabo.
Oh, Gabo, you okay?
Sorry, it's Gabo.
Gabo.
Yeah.
Okay, you okay, Gabo? You okay, guys?
So he's young baby.
Fantastic question, fantastic. So if you just say that one more time again for us then, just so that I understood your question.
Yeah, so when you feel uninspired as a goalkeeper, how would you advise me to mentally come back feeling stronger? Amazing
question, Gabriel. So what Gabriel's saying there, young Gabriel, is that when you're not feeling motivated, okay, yeah, or inspired, what can you do to be inspired, okay, yeah? And the best thing to do is to associate with the right people, Gabriel, if you can. And that's why it's important to be in the right team, with the right teammates. If you've got the right goalkeeping coach, hopefully your parents are giving you motivation as well. Because sometimes when you're feeling down, sometimes you've got to turn to the people around you to help you pick yourself up. So you need to be around as positive people if you can, Gabor, and that will really help. Okay, so again, as I say, and I know everyone in your team is not going to be positive, so try to gravitate towards to your teammates that are positive. Okay, yeah, and anyone who's negative, just don't honestly, life's too short to listen to anyone, the goalkeeping or anything. Life's too short to listen to anyone that's negative, Gabor. So the key to getting motivated again, is just being around positive people. And again, maybe going to YouTube as well. And then, as I say, type in, how to get motivated. And this is something that I still do most mornings, guys. Okay, when I don't feel 100%, I listen to it might only take 3 or 4 minutes, and I listen to a motivational speaker. And it doesn't have to be about goalkeeping. It could be about anything in life. And that really helps as well. And another thing as well, what I want you to do, and everyone do this, guys, okay? I do this every morning without fail. I get up and it's called gratitude. It's called gratitude. It's called gratitude. Basically, all it is every morning I think of 5 things that I'm grateful for. And it's not like, okay, I've got a Ferrari, I've got a mansion, nothing like that. It's simple things like, you know what, I got up today and the house was really warm. I'm very grateful for that. Or my wife brought me in a hot cup of coffee. I'm very grateful for that. Or my daughter came in and gave me a big morning kiss. Little things in life, Gable. And I promise you, if you did this when you're feeling down, do this even when you're not feeling down. It'll get you off. I promise you guys, it'll get you off to a fantastic start every morning. Think of 5 different things every day that you're grateful for. Again, even something simple, as I say, guys. The central heating goes on at 5 o'clock in the morning in our house, so I'm grateful that I get out of bed and the house is warm. Because when you think about the millions of people that have not got that around the world, Gaber, so I would do things like that. Does that make sense, Gaber? So be around be around positive people. That will really help you big time. Listen to motivational stuff online, even if it's just for 3 or 4 minutes, and everyone do this, guys. Every morning, think of 5 things. It takes you 60 seconds to do. 5 things you're grateful for, and it will make you realise, hold on a minute, life's not that bad.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure, young man. Answered an amazing question. Okay, thank you. So we've got 2 more. So we've got we're going to go with Hayden, and then going to finish off with Rowan. So fire away, Hayden.
Hi, Ray. I'm Hayden. I play for Leicester under 12s.
Okay. I've heard you got a dodgy goalkeeping coach. Scott. I just seen Scott's face. Yeah. So I've seen amazing things about you, Hayden. So carry on, young man. Carry on.
So I'd like to ask you, because I'm getting older, what age would you recommend to start taping fingers up?
Okay, so great question. Okay, Hayden's asking me there, guys. How old did you say, Hayden? How old are you?
I'm under 12.
Hayden said he's under 12. I mean, he looks about 21, to be honest with you guys. Okay, yeah, but so he said the under 12. When should you start taping your fingers up? Okay, yeah. So the question is try not to tape your fingers up at all. If you don't need to tape your fingers up, don't tape your fingers up, okay? The only time you should tape your fingers up is if you've obviously, if you've injured your finger and you obviously want to protect your finger. And going back to the advice that I gave Gabriel before as well, always get, I know it's only something simple, guys, by taping your fingers up, but make sure, guys, always get advice from a specialist, okay? It might cost you £30, £40 or dollars, but go to a sports therapist and say, look, here's my fingers. I've broke or dislocated a finger, and they will show you how to stack it up correctly, Hayden, because each injury is different. Also, the mechanics of your hand is different. But as I say, only start strapping up your fingers, Hayden, if you need to strap them up. Okay, yeah. If you don't need to strap them up, don't strap them up. But if you need to strap them up, always make sure that you get. I know it sounds crazy, guys. You might think, I'm only strapping my fingers up. But if you don't strap your fingers up correctly, that could cause more damage. So make sure that you get someone who knows what they're talking about, okay, to show you how to strap up your fingers. That makes sense?
Thanks, Ray.
Pleasure. I've got time, guys. I've got 4% left. I think the phone's died on Instagram. Facebook is still going, guys. We've still got going here with YouTube. What was it? So I'm going to finish off with Rowan here. Rowan, so fire away, Rowan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm only guys. I can hear you. Hayden. I can hear you, Rowan. I couldn't resist.
Okay. Yeah. It was just that, last week I asked you about if I wanted to achieve my dreams as I'm 18 years old, that it's best to do more than half an hour, just do like an hour a day.
Yep.
Of exercise. The thing is, I'm studying for my A levels because I'm year 13 and I have to do those exams. And so the thing is, I don't get time to do them. Like this week, I didn't get time to do like 1 hour. Does that 1 hour have to be continuous, or can it be like maybe half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, a great question there, guys. I mean, Rowan's asked me a question there. We did a live Zoom chat last week, and we talked about the importance of doing like 30 minutes to an hour extra with your training. So Rowan's asking me, saying that he's obviously studying for his A levels, etc., and he's struggling with the time. So instead of doing like an hour every night, maybe do 30 minutes of the morning and 30 minutes at night. And the answer to that is yeah, Rowan, you got to fit it around your diary. So again, one of the things that I'm going to show you guys. One sec. One of the things that I live by is a daily routine. Now, this is not a plug for my book, guys. This is actually coming out next week, and this is all to do with business. It's called a 6-figure routine, and this is like for business owners. And basically, what the 6-figure routine is all about is the importance of controlling your day, Rowan. So it's funny that you should. And again, I promise you, this is not Rowan's question wasn't planned, guys. Okay, yeah, it's so important that you structure your day, Rowan. And again, what happens is your days change. So, for example, obviously we've got the dark nights now. When we had the light nights, I used to go to bed at like 9 o'clock at night, and I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning when it was light. But obviously, it's like now it's like dark in the morning time. I don't like getting up when it's dark, if that makes sense. So I've changed my routine. So literally, you're always changing your routine. So it's so important. The point I want to make, sorry, Rowan, is it's important that you control your routine. And it might change on a weekly basis, but if you can do something every single day, and if it means doing 30 minutes in the morning time and 30 minutes at night, if that's what you can do, that's all you can do. It's better than doing nothing, because what the average person will do, Rowan, they'll say, "Oh, I've got my A levels. I've not got." The biggest killer of people achieving their dreams is I've not got the time. As soon as you say I've not got the time, you've set yourself up for failure, because you're making that excuse, I've not got the time, instead of saying, yeah, I've not got the time, but how can I make that time? And again, if it's 30 minutes in the morning time, 30 minutes at night, that's fine. Or you do 30 minutes at lunch. If you put those 30 minutes in to do that extra training, yeah, it's definitely worth doing.
And so that means that doing like maybe 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes afternoon is as effective as doing 1 hour continuously to achieve my dreams.
Yeah, 100%. Again, as I say, yeah, I mean, you still do an hour worth of training. Obviously, the only downside with 30 minutes, you've got to make sure that you're more or less getting straight into it, but you've got to make sure that you stretch off as well at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing 30 minutes and 30 minutes, it's better than doing like most people will do, Rowan. They'll do nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I hope that helps. So guys, I'm not being bad-mannered. It's my pleasure. So guys, I've got 2%. So I'm going to love you and leave you. So remember, okay, a massive thank you for coming to this free event, guys, on how to achieve your dreams to become a professional goalkeeper. It should have been an hour, but as always, guys, have gone over. It's been like 90 minutes. But please remember, guys, I say if you go to j4ksports.com and go to education, you'll get the free course on how to become mentally strong. And you'll also, if you go to J4K ebooks, you'll be able to get the ebook on how to, basically the book is called How to Become a Professional Goalkeeper. So you'll be able to get that book downloaded for free, and I promise you that will help. Okay, so guys, hope that helps. Let's have a thumbs up if that helped. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, let's have a wave. Okay, guys. Again, yeah, pleasure, guys. Okay, yeah. We'll do something live again. It's a pleasure, guys. It's a pleasure. We'll do something live next week. Okay. In fact, if you guys want to email me and say, can you do something on this topic? I'll be more than happy to do. As I say, an hour to 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours on obviously any, if enough people ask me to do a certain topic, I'll do that certain topic and we'll go live again, guys. Okay, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ray.
It's a pleasure. You have a fantastic night, guys. Take care. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Again, this is thanks you guys for coming on for YouTube, guys. Thank you very much for coming on YouTube, guys. Every Thursday, I'm looking to go live and obviously just cover as much as I can to help you guys to achieve your goalkeeping dreams. Okay, so all the best to you guys on YouTube. And again,